Today, everything is decided. Leonardo has to finish the most important face on his Last Supper. One wrong move now, and the entire scene on the monastery wall could be lost forever. He isn't looking for just anyone. He needs real character, for the apostles, for the betrayer, and today is his last chance to find the right look. That profile, Thomas, that flicker of fear, Judas. Every line in his notebook is a future piece of something enormous. Time is slipping away. By noon, it has to be on the wall. Even the paint feels dangerous today. Leonardo keeps experimenting. One wrong mix, and the surface will rot in the damp. The wall is waiting. Everything this morning was only leading here. He stares at the empty fragment. A gaze has to appear, a gaze everyone will know. Today there won't be a second try. If he slips, the whole work could disappear. They don't come to admire his art, they come to rush him. How much longer? When will it be finished? And Leonardo understands. Today they'll force him to either finish or stop. He can't do everything in a single day. He needs one clean strike, one face, one look that can hold the whole scene together. And today he's chosen what matters most. He shuts down the explanations and opens the work. The wall is temperamental, damp, cold. Leonardo doesn't paint the proper way. He experiments. If the layer won't set, the color will run, and there's no fixing it. The first stroke is a jump with no safety net. He lays the shadow where the character will be decided. One wrong angle, and the face feels wrong, empty. He steps away from the wall not because he's tired. He needs truth. He steals emotion from real faces, fear, anger, doubt, and carries it straight back into his scene. And then he sees it. The wall is damp again. He doesn't argue with the wall. He saves the layer. 1 second too late, and the shadow will bleed. He blots the damp and holds the edge, like he's stitching the paint back into place. The problem isn't the paint, it's the building. Moisture creeps in from above and from below. While others count days and money, Leonardo hunts the source that could kill the entire scene. He snaps one word, now. He comes back and works like a surgeon. Not more, less. A faint touch of light, a thin eyelid line, and the face stops being a stain. It starts to look back. And then he sees what was missing, a gesture. Not beautiful, but real. He takes it from the street and brings it home. So the apostles speak with their bodies, not their poses. He always judges it from a distance. If it can't hold you across the room, it won't live. And now he sees it. The tension is there, but the decisive stroke is still ahead. And here they are again, demanding an answer. The messenger isn't waiting anymore. He wants a deadline and proof the work is moving. For them, it's a commission. For Leonardo, it's a risk that could make him immortal or grind him into the dirt. He answers in the most dangerous way. Watch, not with promises, with a stroke. He mixes a pale highlight, the kind you can't take back if it lands wrong. Now, it's just the wall. He lays the light so thin, it's like he's afraid to startle the face. One touch too heavy, and it turns into a white scar. But if he gets it right, the gaze will wake up. He doesn't work like a tradesman. He works like a director. The seconds between strokes matter, so the emotion doesn't die. And in that silence, a character appears. They came to pressure him, but they start to watch, because they can see it. The scene is changing right now. Not almost finished, alive. And that scares them more than the delay. But one drop, and it can all start to run again. He realizes it's not about color, it's about time. The damp is stealing the layer. He switches brushes and paints almost dry, trying to save not the pigment, but the expression. He doesn't need pretty faces. He needs reaction. The way a head snaps around when bad news hits, he catches that movement and carries it into the apostles. Just a few minutes. And then, the stroke of the day, not 10, 1. The one that turns a smudge into a gaze. He stops in time. Because too much kills what's alive. He steps back as far as he can. Because a masterpiece has to work in meters, not inches. And now that look at the center holds the entire room. No one applauds, but the silence is the answer. They came demanding deadlines and witnessed a moment being born. Even the messenger lowers the letter, as if words might break it. He won today, but the wall will remember the price.